Hey, good evening. It's kind of crazy that it's about a year, just over a year into this whole multiple myeloma journey. Right now, I'm sitting in the parking garage of Froedtert, this time in the ED. Tim's cancer kind of took a turn. So last summer, he was diagnosed in June with stage 3 multiple myeloma with renal failure. This past year, he's been through lots and lots, probably 8 years worth of chemotherapy treatment. And then he had a stem cell transplant, followed by more chemotherapy treatment. He was holding steady for about 6 months. And then the past few months have been, he's been having progressive pain in his back. Breathing's been a bit more labored, he's been more fatigued, and he's had pain radiating around his ribs. And then just in the past week, numbness in his fingertips. So they did an MRI on Tuesday, and his oncologist said that he wanted him to come in to meet with him yesterday to go over the results of the MRI. The MRI showed positive for tumors in his spine. So basically, the tumors in the spine are in the cervical, the second cervical vertebrae, and in the 4th through 6th thoracic vertebrae. So the thoracic ones have kind of caused the shortness of breath, the fatigue, because the nerves that come out from there that are being pressed on, they impact breathing. And the cervical vertebrae is the one that's causing the numbness in his hand. So, Tim was really trying to rally and was trying to exercise a little more and push himself because he thought maybe he was just getting lazy again and fatigued. And I think that's kind of what we do. Like when something's not working right, we're just like, wait, is it me? Do I need to be doing more? But no, it's the cancer again. Yeah. So right now, the reason I'm sitting in the ER is because when we called to schedule radiation oncology, his first visit was going to be August 9th. And his light chains have grown from 180 to like 1,380. So that's just in the past few weeks. So I called to speak with the physician's assistant today and just said, why, we can't get in till August 9th. Is that going to be okay? I feel like we need to be acting on this faster, just from my knowledge of, this cancer, which seems to grow at lightning speed, especially once it takes off, it grows exponentially. And so she contacted radiation oncology to see if they could get him in any sooner. They said no. So she said, okay, we're going to send you guys to the ER, to the ED and get you in that way. So, yeah. So I brought him dinner, and now I'm leaving, and he's going to be there until they have a room available. Yeah, and it was crazy yesterday. He was back-to-back appointments, and then we got home, so it took an hour to get home. His truck is blazing hot. The air conditioner doesn't work. And I pull into the driveway a few minutes after him, and he's got the whole back unloaded. And he is racing like a madwoman or madman. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he said, do you want to come with me? I said, where are we going? I'm thinking, did the dog die? Did something happen? Why are you moving so fast? And he said, we have to go get chickens. Like, what? And he's like, we have to pick them up now because the guy is going to drop he's there for me to pick them up. So months ago, we ordered chickens, and these are teenage birds at this point. So they're not laying yet, but they're ready for pickup. So we went yesterday and picked up 15 chickens. It was 45 minutes of driving in the blazing heat each direction. But now we have 15 more chickens to add to our flock of 4. So now we have 19 chickens total. And I hope that we can keep them all alive. That's probably my job more than anybody's. So it was kind of a comical like thing. I don't know, these chickens, I'm grateful for the eggs. It's probably like one of Tim's staple foods, so I think that's good that we can at least keep the chickens alive and hopefully thriving this time around. You know, I'm learning so much about advocacy and like what it really looks like to be a fierce advocate for someone that you love. And I think cancer for sure has pulled this out of me. I mean, I think I've always been good about advocating for things that are important to me, but I'm learning what that looks like as time goes on. I'm learning how to do that better. I'm learning how to do it gently and kindly, yet tenaciously. And, you know, I think what that looks like is asking a lot of questions and replying back, like how I think I understand what they're saying, and then trying to connect the dots and say, like, is this really the best course of action, or is there something better that we can be pursuing because time feels like it's of the essence? And today I told the PA, I said, you know, it's going to be a shitstorm if this cancer grows exponentially and he can't get himself to and from dialysis and treatments because we're relying on my income and my full-time work for his treatment. And so we need to really seize this window of opportunity and get him in for radiation now. He will be able to drive himself with the radiation. He will continue to be able to drive himself with the current medication regime he's on. If we waited, that would really be in question. So I'm so glad that he is where he is right now, even if he has to wait to get into the hospital. So advocacy. If you're traveling a journey like this and you don't have an advocate, you need one. Like, you really need somebody to be advocating on your behalf. I think you can learn to be an advocate for yourself. It really requires you like doing the legwork to understand what's going on. And I think slowing things down, asking questions, really being curious about your care, asking your medical providers to explain why they're doing what they're doing is so important. I think the role of an advocate is when you can't do that, when you can't ask those questions, when you don't have the bandwidth to connect the dots, or when you're just so overwhelmed with all the information. Your advocate can help you. So if you don't have one that's a friend or a family, then someone in the healthcare system hopefully can be that for you. I know I work in home care, and all of our therapists, our nurses, our medical professionals would be advocates for any of the patients that they work with. So, yeah. Okay, I think that's my update for now. I'm gonna go home and be with my daughter, and we're gonna go enjoy a 2-day stay in Chicago. Tim was supposed to come with us, but he has told us he wants us to go even without him. So he will be in good hands here. We are gonna go just take 2 days and have some mommy-daughter time, and I'm excited about that. And yeah, just kind of learning to juggle all the things. I'm gonna go home and unload some animal feed and bedding for the chickens, and go in and get myself packed and take a shower and get ready to leave tomorrow morning. So thank you as always for being here. I totally appreciate it, as always. And we totally love your prayers, every single one of them. financial contributions too are wonderful. But prayers just feel like a big warm hug, and they make each step on this journey feel more doable. So don't ever think for a second that they don't matter, because they totally do. Thank you. All right. Bye. Peace.